Good afternoon, guys. Today we're going to discuss passivization. But why do we need passivization? Why do we need to change the active voice into the passive voice? It's because in the active voice the subject is predominant, but in the passive voice the subject is less important or unimportant. And that's why it can be 99.9% times it can be left out. Clear? Passivization. For example, people eat rice all over the world. It's an active voice, and as we have to change it into passive, rice is eaten all over the world. Do you think I should say by people? By people? Well, if this word people is so important, why did I change it into passive? Do you know one thing? I changed it into passive just to get rid of the word people. So we'll not use by people because that is self-understood. Rice is eaten all over the world. Now who eats rice is self-understood. We do not need the subject to be put at the end. We do not need by plus agent. We simply have to say rice is eaten all over the world. And we change the sentence into passive just to get rid of the subject. Just to get rid of the word people. Just to get rid of this because it is self-understood. One more example. Someone has stolen my pencil. Now someone has stolen my pencil, and I say in the passive voice, my pencil has been stolen. Why did I make it into passive? My pencil has been stolen. Do you know why? To get rid of the word someone. My pencil has been stolen. That's all. Finished. It's a human being who stole it. No animal would come and steal it. Simple. So my pencil has been stolen, and we do not have to say by someone. My pencil has been stolen. As simple as that. Clear? So we change the active voice into passive when we emphasize the action. Simple. The action. We don't need the subject. Clear? That's why we put the object in the place of subject, and the subject is avoided or put at the end if there is some need. Clear? Now, all sentences cannot be changed into passive. Only the sentences carrying transitive verbs can be changed into passive. Now let's see what is transitive verb, what is intransitive verb. Transitive verb. Transitive verb is a verb with an object. An intransitive verb is a verb without an object. Are you getting it? Transitive verb is an object. Transitive verb is a verb with an object, and intransitive verb is a verb without an object. Now this object, what is object? Object is word that receives the action. The word that receives the action. Now, I kick the football. The football receives the kick. So football is the object. Are you getting me? So football is the object. I beat you. You receive beating from me. You are the object of my beating. So you are object. You receive a beating. I beat you. Oh, I do not like her. She is do not like. When you do not like someone, you do not like someone. So she is the object. I do not like her. She is the object of me not liking. Clear? She is the object of my not liking her. She is the object. So what do? We have to bring the object in the first place. First of all, only transitive verbs can have an object, and intransitive verbs can never have an object. Let's look at these sentences. What is this? The birds are flying. Add something to it. What can you add? The birds are flying. Flying. You would say in the sky, over my head, over my roof, over the tree. But do you know one thing? In the sky, over my head, over the roof, over the tree, all these are adverbs. Adverbs of place. The birds are flying in the sky. Now this in the sky is an adverb. If you say over my head, an object, it's again an adverb. If you say over the tree, it's again an adverb. Now try as hard as you can, and yet you cannot place an object with fly in this sentence if you want to let it remain meaningful. The birds are flying. Now because it cannot take an object here, this verb is an intransitive verb. Clear? Now I am flying. Of course I can say I'm flying in the skies, I'm flying over my head. I'm flying over my head? No. I'm flying over your head, I'm flying over your roof, I'm flying over the tree, anywhere. But then I can add something more to it. I'm flying a kite. The kite is the object that receives the action of me flying. Clear? I'm flying a kite. The kite is the word that receives the action of flying. So kite is the object, and fly has got an object here. So fly is what? A transitive verb. Clear? One more example. I'm selling books. I'm selling books. Books are the object of my action selling. We do have an object here. So sell is the transitive verb here, because books is the object of it. Now the book is not selling. The book is not selling. The book is not selling me. That can't be a sentence if you're really concerned about meaning. The book is selling, or the book is not selling. Selling, the book is selling. Sell is an intransitive verb here. Like, I'm boiling water and water is boiling. When I boil water, water is the object and boil is a transitive verb. But when the water boils on its own, then that's an intransitive verb because it has got no object. Clear? Easy to understand. Now, as we start learning how to change the active into passive, I presume that you already know tenses well, because we'll do it tense wise. For example, we'll change the simple present into passive voice, then we'll change the present continuous into passive, then the perfect into passive. We'll learn it all tense wise. The first tense, of course. Simple present tense. What do we do in it? We use first form of the verb with SES if required. For example, I play football. I play football. When we want to change the simple present into passive, we just need to remember this structure. Is, am, are plus third form of the verb. Is, am, are third form of the verb. Simple. I play football. Now football has to be brought in the place of subject. Football is, and then played. Third form. Football is played. As simple as that. One more example. All know him. He is known to all. What a big deal. Now, we never use by with known. He's known to all. We never say he's known by all. One more. She never considers it. The object is it, so we'll bring it here. It, and then is. Never, it's it. Is never considered. If it is negative, we'll make negative, not a big deal. They do not like me. Now I, this is the object. If we bring it in the place of subject, it has to be in the subjective form. I am not liked. What a big deal. We just have to remember one structure. Is, am, are third form. If you want to change the simple present into passive. If the simple present tense is in the negative, we'll have a not here. Not a big deal. We do have the helping verb is, am, are, and not is there. We can always use it. Instead of do, does, we'll use is, am, are. Simple. Everything else will be the same. For example, do they do it there? You all know that this do is the helping verb to form a question, and this do is the main verb, do, perform. Do they do it there? Now because the helping verb is here, so ismr has to be here. Clear? And ismr has to be used, one of them has to be used according to the object. What is the object? It. And if you bring it here in the place of subject, it has to be is it. Can't be are it, can't be am it. It has to be is it. Is it, and then the third form, as simple as that. Is it done there? Is it done there? One more. If there are question words like why, which, who, where, we can all use them. Not a big deal. Why does he say that? Why in place of why? What a big deal. Now we have the helping verb. Instead of do does, we have to use ismr, and that we have to use according to the object. This is our object, so why is that? Can't say why are that. Why is that, and then said. Clear? We don't need to say why is that said by him. We don't need by him, by them, by us, by you. We don't need them. In the passive voice, rigorously suppress the use of by plus agent. Don't use them because they are less important, unimportant, or self-understood. If they were so important, why in the first place should we change the active into passive? Clear? I hope you have understood this tense, simple present, and how to change it into passive. That's as easy as that. And then let's change the present continuous tense into passive. Let's see how. Second tense. Present continuous. What do we do to form present continuous? We use ismr plus first form of the verb plus ing. That's it. He is shouting at me. That's what we use, don't we? Now if you want to change it into passive, what shall we do? Very easy, sir. We'll just do one thing. We will have this structure: being plus third form of the verb. Do you know why? Because in the passive voice there always has to be the third form of the verb, but then it is a continuous tense, there has to be an ing also. That's why we are using being. Ismr being third form. He is shouting at me. Now me is the object, and we bring it here in the place of subject, and so it becomes I. With I we have to use am. I am, and then being, of course. I am being, and then what? Third form of the verb, shouted at. I am being shouted at. Not a big deal, is there? Okay, now let's do some more sentences of this kind. Rahul is doing what? Let's see. Rahul is playing football. Now football is being played by Rahul. Football is being played by Rahul. Clear? We are using by Rahul, by plus agent here, because Rahul is a proper name, and it is important to place it in the passive voice also, isn't it? Now if in some situation, if in some context it is self-understood, avoid it. It's okay. But here we have an isolated sentence. That's why we need to place it. Clear? We have to use it in the passive too. Now, negative. John is not making tea. Tea is the object. Tea is not, then being, then third form made. What a big deal. As easy as that. Tea is not being made by whom? By John. Clear? Okay, let's change the color. Let's have it red now. Here. Joel is studying the Bible. Yeah. So the Bible is being studied. Now, one more thing. Let's see. Are you making food. So food is the object, helping verb in place of helping verb. Is food being made? As simple as that. Is food being made? What a big deal. I mean, there's nothing for me to explain to you here. It is so easy. Once you know the structure, how to change it into passive, it is so easy. No matter how many examples you're given. And then, let's say where. Where are they organizing it? So here, where is it being organized? Where is it being organized? Clear? Now let's learn to change the present perfect tense into passive. Third one. What do we do in this? Has, have, plus third form of the verb. He has eaten food. Now, if you want to change it into passive, it is as easy as this. Look here. Has, have, been, plus third form. Has, have, been, third form. He has eaten food. Food. With food we'll use has. Food has, and then been, and then we already have the third form there. So easy. Food has been eaten. By whom? We don't need to mention. It is self-understood or less important or unimportant. Clear? Well, today I'm coughing and coughing and coughing because I'm not good health-wise. Okay, guys, let's let's make some more sentences of present perfect tense and then change them into passive. Harry has not invited us. We has not been or have not been. Of course, with we it has to be have not been. We have not been invited by Harry. As simple as that, isn't it? Okay, now, have you completed the work, helping verb? In place of helping verb, we'll also use helping verb. So, but our helping verb will be according to the object. The work. Has the work? And then been, of course, in this tense, has the work been completed? Simple. Has the work been completed? We don't need by you. Has the work been completed? As simple as that, isn't that? Okay. How have you done it so rapidly? So how has it been done so rapidly? What a big deal. Clear? It's easy. Now you see present perfect continuous and past perfect continuous and future continuous and future perfect continuous. These four tenses are changed into passive and can be changed into passive, but we should not change them because English is perfect without them also. And even if you change them into passive, they will look awkward. They will be very awkward. We do not want any awkward expressions in our language. It has to be defined. And see, we could afford to have awkward expressions if you know we couldn't do without them, but we can do without them. English is perfect without them also. So we don't have to use we don't have to change the present perfect continuous and past perfect continuous and future continuous and future perfect continuous into passive. We don't need to. We can, but we don't need to. Clear? Now, so what shall we change now? Of course, simple past. Fourth tense we are going to change into passive is simple past. Now, simple past. We use second form in the simple past. As easy as that. He hit the ball. Now, in order to change it into passive, we use was, were, plus third form of the verb. That's all. He hit the ball. The ball is the object. So it has to be brought in the place of subject. The ball, and then was, and hit. The ball was hit. The ball was hit. Hit. Third form is also hit. Clear? Now, more examples. We cleaned the rooms. We cleaned the rooms. Now, the rooms are the object, or the word, or the phrase, the rooms is the object. The rooms, now rooms are plural, so we'll use were. The rooms were cleaned. Simple. The rooms were cleaned. Let's discuss some more sentences into the. Yeah, let's discuss some more sentences. That's all. I didn't mean to say anything more. Okay. Here we have this. Beat him. Beaten. This is the second form here. I beat him. He was beaten. Simple. We laughed at them. They were laughed at. They were laughed at. Clear? Now, some more examples. In the negative, let's see now. I did not say it. Of course, helping verb in place of helping verb. It was not. Our helping verb has to be either was or were. It was not said. It was not said. Simple. Clear? Try to avoid by me. Clear? It was not said. Did they lock you inside? So were you is the object, so were you locked inside? As simple as that, isn't that? Now, why did you order him? Now, why in place of why? We'll use the helping verb in place of helping verb when we have to use either was or were, and it has to be according to the object. It has to be, so why did you order him? So why was he ordered? Clear? So that's easy, isn't that? That's very easy. Now let's also change past continuous into passive. Let's see how. And let's change the color once again. And look at this sentence. How we make the past continuous tense. Was, were, plus first form of the verb, plus ing. She was reading a book. Now, if you want to change it into passive, it's very easy. Look at this structure. Was, were, plus being, plus third form. So a book has to be the object, and it has to be brought in the beginning here in place of subject. A book, and then was being read. A book was being read. Clear? Now, some more examples. They were not helping him. Now it has to be like this. He was not, and being, he was not being, in the third form. of the verb helped. He was not being helped. Let's see the negative also. They were not cooking food. So food was not being cooked. Clear? Now, was he calling someone? Someone is the object, isn't it? Was he calling someone? So helping verb in place of helping verb, and someone is the object, so was someone, and then being called. Was someone being called? As easy as that, isn't that? You do understand, do not you? You too. Okay, one more. Why were you shouting at them? Why were they being shouted at? Simple, isn't it? Now see, the only way you can learn something is by practice. See, I mean, I'm making so many sentences, I'm changing them into passive. Now, can it be possible that I play cricket and you learn it? No, if I play, I will learn. If you play, you will learn. So what you have to do, guys, is practice. Here, settle down for practice. The more you practice, the better you get at grammar. Practice, practice, practice. Practice alone can make you perfect. Clear? So, wish you all the best. See you soon. We'll continue the topic next time. Bye-bye. Thank you.